Sha Tin on Sunday. Welcome to the race by race preview. Paul Lally is here to pass on the selections. We farewell Golden 60 between races 5 and 6 on course and get things underway at 1 o'clock with a Class 4 over the 1650 metres. One of two races on the all-weather. Billionaire's Secret is now with Jimmy Ting. Tongue Tie goes back on. Floof is now with Ricky Yu, who's removed the cheek pieces. Solar Go-Go has his second start for Benno Jung. Harker Radiance has a new home. He's now with Danny Shum, and the crossover noseband is off, and the cheek pieces go on him. And Game Player Warrior, gear change, shadow roll off, blinkers on the first time. Good to slow. Lucky Benner gets a comfortable lead here, Paul.
Yeah, I think he will. He should be able to get to the front. Viva Hunter likes to go forward as well. It's got the 10-pound claim. See how Wantra can go forward. Floof, Solar Go-Go should get a nice enough run. Back to Forever Folks. Fortune Whiskey, Billionaire Secret gets back. Harker Radiance has gone forward in a couple of trials, but with the new stable, he's gone back.
Happy Valley trials were on Friday morning, so Nick headed there to talk to Ben Thompson around Forever Folks in the first.
Ben, a good ride for you coming up on Sunday, Forever Folks, a horse you know quite well, on the all-weather, and he certainly won't mind getting back on that surface.
Yeah, for sure, Nick. He's obviously got a great record on the track. His last win was on the track, and at his last start on that last meeting of the season, he ran a really good second, narrowly beaten over the 1800. So off his last trial and condition, and when I've seen him around the track, he's held good residual fitness. I'm sure in the off season he trialled really good on the dirt over 1200, and sort of all signs suggest that he'll run really well again on Sunday.
Not to do the lowly rated horses down any, but off a mark of 46 only is what he raced off of, but his trial looked very impressive. Yeah,
it was. It felt as fair for him. He felt as nice, it sort of felt as possible, and as good as he looked in the trial. So naturally, his best form's around that mile mark. He finds that, and it's a lot different, albeit at trials. A completely different pressure to a race. They're not going to be going as fast as they did on race day. So it's a really competitive race, and for that reason, he looks a really strong chance in it. So he needs things to go his way. Naturally, need a little bit of luck from barrier 8. He's a horse that generally his patterns to settle in the second half, but that last run he showed that from a better draw he settled third pair that day, and it nearly got him across the line. So I think we have a bit of luck in the first 300 metres. The rest should take care of itself, and hopefully that's saluting.
Yeah, if we get down to the nuts and bolts of form, etc. I mean, Forever Glorious was third behind you last time he ran, and interestingly enough, the others have tried 29 times to win over this course and distance, and they haven't managed it. Only you and Casper's horse, Lucky Banner, are the only all-weather winners. So, very well placed, your fellow. Yeah,
for sure. You wouldn't trade him in the race, and as you say, the form's already been franked with Forever Glorious. So, he's a really nice ride, and away from that, the Michael Chang stable's going really well. Fresh off a Class 2 winner on Wednesday night. I'm sure they can keep the ball rolling.
Benny Thompson there talking Forever Folks. Paul, we're going to chat about Viva Hunter, who last raced at Happy Valley. He is no stranger to the all-weather. He's had numerous goes on it, yet to win, but placed several times, and gets a 10-pound claim here for Brittany Wong.
Yeah, really well rated now. Last one was off 64. He's down to this 54 rating. Has won second up in the past. On the all-weather, hasn't won, but it's been placed 5 times. From 12 starts. So look, the run here was pretty good with this run under a belt with the fitness that he would have gained. I've included him. I think he'll run well.
Harker Radiance, as you mentioned, he's now got a new stable. This is a trial up at Chung Fa. He's had the 2 trials. He ran 4th in one and 2nd in this one. Derek Long, Danny Shum, the combination. We have seen him trial well in the past, but yet to do too much on race day.
Yeah, I'll wait till he does something on race day for me for this horse. Cross noseband will come off, cheek pieces on. Drawn 10, so I think he'll probably go back. Pushed out, but trialled nicely enough. I mean, there's obviously some level of ability there because he does it in the mornings. Just haven't seen it on race day.
That's a breakdown of the first race. What's your top 4?
Going to go with one of the horses that has won on the all-weather before, and I think is the likely leader in the race as well. And that's Casper Found's horse, Lucky Banner. I think he can go straight to the front and be tough to peg back. XL Wong Choi, look, his first start on the all-weather, he ran 4th. He obviously likes the surface that he can get across. We heard from Forever Folks and Viva Hunter, 9482.
Casper is looking to win the first race at the last 3 meetings in Hong Kong if Lucky Banner can take the opener on Sunday. All weather racing wraps up with the second race. We're turf from here on in, but the second on the all weathers over the 1650 has Go Go Go. A last start winner, he carries an extra £5. Viva Alara last start winner, he carries an extra £2 courtesy of that allowance. Harry's Hero has the hood going back on. Reliable Profit blinkers off pacifiers first time. Asian One blinkers off pacifiers with cowls again. Precision Gold cheek pieces first time. Colourful Barons now with Douglas White. And we head down to Patch of Watch, who is minus a shadow roll. Speed here, Paul, from Viva Allah, and there's not too many distances or surfaces he misses over a season.
He doesn't, does he? He won over 1200 last time and led all the way on that occasion as well. He steps up to 1650. So Precision Gold was the other leader. He led at his last start, but I just think Viva Allah has probably got the extra bit of pace over the shorter trip in, has got the claim as well. Patch of Watch can put himself right there. He's trialled well recently. Reliable Profit, Joyful Champion. Back to Asian One, Harry's Hero.
Go, go, go. He raced very consistently last season. Paul couldn't quite get the win. That all changed after a break in the first race of the season. This win over the 1600 metres on the turf, it's his second try on the all-weather. Zach Purton does stick, though, for Chris O.
He didn't do too much on his other all-weather run, but he's obviously been in great form leading into this race as well. I've included him. He has to carry the big weight now, 134. Look, he can only win and very consistent. Harry's Hero was a better run from him coming in the outside as well.
Harry Bentley rides Harry's Hero for Ricky Yu. He's having his fifth go on the all-weather, beaten 2 lengths by Go 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 officially in that race. Here is the widely travelled Viva Allah, but he's racing well and had this race won a long way out. You can see there's just 2 others in the frame. That's because he had them all chasing this far from home.
Yeah, look, it's a hard one, isn't he? Game from 12 to 1650 with the claim, drawn nicely in barrier number 3. Now, he's only been placed 1 from 8 goes on the all-weather, so that put me off a little bit. But he'll give you a sight, there's no doubt, as he always does, and he didn't stop in this race.
Matthew Poon took a minor claim last time. Brittany Wong jumps aboard. Will take an extra 8 off than what he carried that evening. And Patch of Watch, he's showing glimpses at the trials last time and this time in. The trial over 1200 metres. His last few starts over that distance too. He's straight to 1650 first up.
Yeah, so look, he's obviously pretty fit going into the race. Look, I didn't mind him last season. He ran a couple of good races, just finished in behind the placings. Obviously strengthened up over the season. I thought the trial was very good, hit the line well. Hopefully we get a double figure price. I'm going to go with him at a price, Patch of Watch.
And there you go. There is the last replay and Paul's on top selection too for race number 2. So he wins. Who's second, third and fourth?
Yeah, Patch of Watch will make him the value play for the meeting and hopefully he can get the job done for us. Joyful Champion. First start over the 1650 on the all-weather. Did win over 1800 on the all-weather. Go, go, go. And Reliable Profit has been consistent in his recent runs. 9, 10, 1, 4.
And Brenton Abdullah combines with Manfred Mann on Patch of Watch for Paul in race number 2. Turf racing for the first time in race number 3 to the Parrot Handicap, and this over the 1200 metres. Run timing second in a recent trial. Stella Swift is on the downgrade. Fun and Fun Together's placed 2 from 3 course and distance. Storming Dragon back in trip but has trialled well. Good Luck Win blinkers on once again. Circuit Maximus cheek pieces off. Winning turn cheek pieces off, blinkers on the first time. Leader here, Paul, is run timing, but Fun and Fun Together and Storming Dragon are right there.
Yeah, I think the 3 of them have drawn wide, so I think they'll come across because they look the pace in the race. Now, Winning Turn has got blinkers on for the first time and did win a trial from the front with those blinkers on, albeit on the all-weather. Pearl of Pangs was quite handy on his debut run. So Stella Swift, Sugar Ball ran really well at his last start. Bulb Emperor gets that win. Good Luck Win and Circuit Maximus from a wide draw go back.
We're going to hear from Nick now talking to Frankie Laurie, Fun and Fun Together.
Frankie Law, you've got some nice runners going to Sha Tin on the weekend. I thought one of them certainly was in race 3, Fun and Fun Together. He's only had the 3 runs. How did you assess his first season?
He looks good. First season, he start, I think, 2/3. After a break this season, he looks more relaxed. I hope he can relax in the race, yeah.
Just on the sort of an angle of relaxing, I suppose. His last couple of starts, I went back and had a look at the replays. He was sort of made quite a bit of use of. Is he perhaps a horse this season that you might just take your time with a bit more in the run?
Yes, also this time he draw 11. Depends by the speed, but he look like a fun runner. Yeah, so I think also need to see inside horses is it too fast or not. If they go too fast, maybe we just second, third.
Yeah, he did seem a little bit unlucky, I suppose, getting caught on an occasion last year. Fourth in a recent trial. Happy with the trial?
Yeah. He looks good because last trial I tried to make some cover, follow the horse. He still looks okay. Yeah.
Certainly does. I must just ask you, these connections have also got Bottom Up together with you. Just a quick update on him. How's he?
He tried 2 times already and it looks good. He will run soon, next Saturday. Yeah.
There you go. If you're waiting for him a week on Saturday for Bottom Up together. Run timing, Paul, we're going to look at now. This is Wonder Kid who goes round in the Group 3 winning this trial, and Flamingo Trillion is outside of him. He's a horse that has had 1 start first up and he placed that day.
Yeah, drawn 9 with Apprentice on, so I think goes straight to the front, run timing. Pushed out a little bit, I thought, in this trial. That was just a little query I had. I mean, he was up against Wonder Kid, obviously, as in the feature, but like he responded nicely enough. It's just, I think he's up against a couple of good ones in this race.
And right in saying that one of those good ones too is this one coming up, Storming Dragon, who's only had the 4 starts. He's placed 3 times. Zach Pert and Jamie Richards. He can't be far off a win, can he?
No, he looks really close. I mean, I think it's going to be between the 4 and the 5 this race, and the 5 being Storming Dragon. Drawn 8, but I think he can get across. I think he'll come across with run timing and then sort of try and slip in behind. So a good trial. The horse is going well at the moment.
It's a good report for Storming Dragon, and we've got one more to have a look at. It's Winning Turn, who's had the 4 starts, 2 trials this time, in a 9th behind Miles Away. And then he beats Chirin Warrior in this trial, leads all of the way. And we'll see Chirin Warrior return to Happy Valley on Wednesday night.
Yeah, Chirin Warrior doesn't win out of turn, does he? But look, he managed to win this trial nice enough. Now, he's run last in all his turf races, except for one where he ran really well on a soft track. He's run well on a soft track, he's blinkers on, and he's run well on the all-weather. To me, I'm waiting for him to get on the all-weather.
There is some rain forecast, so if it does
rain...
rain...
if it rains, he definitely gets upgraded if it rains.
That is Winning Turn, so weather dependent on him. Will it come down to whoever's slightly more forward out of the 4 and the 5?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a dead set Quinella in this race. I went fun together over Storming Dragon, but could easily have gone the other way. Bulb Emperor, now he's already had a run, and he sort of loomed up at the 200 and just sort of faded out with that run under his belt. Wanted to include him. And Sugarball was placed at big price last start. Hadn't shown any form leading into it, but it was a good run from him. And from barrier 1, he could be on the improve. 4-5-3-7.
And he has run second in a trial since his last start too, has Sugarball. That is race number 3. It's the first leg of the early treble. A restricted Class 4 is race number 4, and it gets underway at 2:30 local time. Santorini's the last start, win extra £7 for it. Northern Fireball, 2 trials has looked good. Patch of Cosmo blinkers first time. Angelic has the cheek pieces off, as does Cash's Cash. Etalon Or, blinkers first time for him. World Hero wears blinkers for the first time, and so does Supreme Winner in Sky Blue. He's not wearing blinkers, but he's wearing a tongue tie for the first time, blinkers off. And he's joined the stable of Michael Cheng. Run, yes, run. Patch of Cosmo, the front 2 here, Paul.
Yeah, they're the 2 that look likely to go forward. They sort of run on the pace. Santorini likes to go forward. Sky Blue's drawn well. Concord Star might just struggle a little bit. Now, Northern Fireball is a debutant that's been slow out in both his trials, but then he sort of really musters speed. So if he is slightly slow out, he'll be looking to try and get some cover. Angelic went better in a recent trial, ran last on debut. Cash's Cash and the other 5 generally get back.
Frankie's back. Frankie Law with Nick on Santorini.
Frankie Santorini was a very deserved winner on his last run last season. I mean, if there was ever a horse that deserved to win a race, it was probably him last year.
Yes, last season we just run him on the Griffin race, and every time he won good. Always praise, and then finally he can win the race. Yeah.
Just when it comes to sort of training the Griffins, I guess it's never easy, I suppose. But this guy seemed to know his job, didn't he, last year? And he was quick to hit the ground.
Yeah. This was he's from UK, so and also he looks good when he arrived to Hong Kong, and he lead a bit further later on. Yeah.
It seems, Frankie, like that this has sort of turned up to be the nice race for him because he's the only winner in the field. Opening handicap mark of 57, obviously with the conditions. So I guess on paper he does look the one to beat, doesn't he?
But anyway, first start I do have everything for him to see how's going, and I think he won a good race. Yeah.
He's got plenty of form around a lot of these, and he was just pushed out in a recent trial. Was that just a sort of a case of teaching him something, if anything?
Yes. In the morning, last season is still very green, and this season it looks better, improved, yeah.
And as Frankie on Santorini, here is one of the newcomers, Paul. This is Northern Fireball, who runs second in this trial behind Speed Sword. He ran second in the other one behind Super Glory. The horse at the back is worth keeping an eye on. Supreme Winner, you don't mind how he's come on?
No, he actually made ground on his debut run. He's got blinkers on, and I think he did. He finished off this trial quite nicely once he was asked to. So this is a really tricky race, this one. You'd be looking for value for sure. So I'm just going to go with him because he did pick up some good ground late. The other Dennis Yep runner, Northern Fireball, he's had the 2 trials to get him ready, and he looks like he's got ability as well. So, yeah, I think they're both chances at a big price. I think there's going to be an upset in this race.
All right, there it is from Paul. An upset. Both the Dennis horses have done a good job at the trials. Cash's Cash runs second here behind All Riches, who we see on the program later on. Jerry Chow, Douglas White, the combination. And he's had one start. That was in the Griffins last time in.
Yeah, finished towards the back in that Griffin race. Cheek pieces come off him. He was pushed out a little bit in this trial. Yeah, so maybe he is on to improve a little bit, but look, I was happy to watch him in this because you can see him just asked to do a little bit towards the middle of the stages. But to be fair to the horse, he did pick up.
We'll see what he does. Cash's Cash on Sunday, but Supreme Winner's the one.
Going to go with him. I think we'll get a price about Supreme Winner. Did catch the eye finishing off on his debut run as well. Blinkers on. Santorini's got form on the board with last start winner. Angelic, now he ran last down the straight 1,000 metres, but is bred for a lot further, and from barrier number 4, his trial was a lot better, so we'll take a chance with him. And Northern Fireball is going to, I think there's going to be like 5 to 1 the field in this race, unless Santorini's really well backed. 11-1-6-3.
You'll be shocked to know with that comment about 5 to 1 the field. It's the first leg of the Triple Trio on Sunday too. Race number 5 is the Golden 60 Handicap. This is the race that precedes the presentation and official farewell to the champion before he heads to Japan to retire. Metro Warrior, well back first up. We've got Cheval Valiant, just loves to go forward. Panda's had 2 trials. Dragon Air Force is minus a tongue tie for this race. Supersonic has had 2 trials. Vigor Elegance struggled so far. We've got Solar up with the pacifiers on and the tongue tie being re-added. And Spicy Spangle has the hood, the pacifiers cowls and crossover nose band off and the tongue tie added. So plenty of changes with him. Had to double check the speed map there when Cheval Valiant wasn't on the right of screen, Paul. That's because they run that way.
Yeah, correct. Straight 1,000. He should lead. Metro Warrior can go forward. Circuit 7's been going forward in his recent races. Dragon Air Force, Panda, Spicy Spangle, Supersonic, Back and Trip, Vigor Elegant, Mr. Good Vibes, Holy Pound, the rest will get back. So I think he'll get an easy enough lead, Cheval Valiant.
Here is his run. He has run this season already. This was on opening day, 4th race of the season to be exact. He holds on for second here, and the only horse that was able to run him down is the very, very promising Fast Network.
Look, he seems an uncomplicated ride. So quite a good ride here for Brittany Wong. Straight to the front, keep improving. So I think he's got his opportunity to win this race because we know he's a very speedy horse. And as you say, he held on nicely there for second. Now you can see Metro Warrior was also in this race, but I think he's going to run well, so he's in the numbers. But look, I think Cheval Valiant can win this race.
Just point and shoot with him, as easy as that for Cheval Valiant. Next up, we've got Panda, who's off a second at the Chung Fa Trials behind Go-Ko Win. Won the other one and beat Drombeg Banner in it. Zach Pert and Dennis Ship combination, this one.
Yeah, look, and this is a horse that did win last season, and that was down the straight 1,000, barrier 5. I've included him on a minor line. I thought the trial wasn't too bad from him here up at Chung Fa. A little bit hard to tell with some of these Chung Fa trials, but Panda did what he had to do.
And he will jump from barrier number 5. The win was over Bowser on the 4th of February. Just the 2 goes over the 1,000 for that 1 win. Next trial is Dragon Air Force, who wins this beating Lucky 8. Sat with a 1-out trail. He ran 4th on debut behind Amazing Fun. He's shown something at the trials, at least, this horse.
Yeah, he was favourite on debut too, Dragon Air Force. Ran a pretty good race for 4th. Showed a little nice turn of foot there to come through the gap when he was asked to, and trialled well. So, look, if he can live up to his trial form, then he's going to be right in this. So I've included him.
He goes in as well, but Cheval Valiant, at worst, you'll get a great sight for your money.
Yeah, definitely. I can see him going straight to the front and giving you a really good side here. So this could be the first win for Brittany Wong here in Hong Kong. Dragon Air Force, Metro Warrior Panda, spoke about all those horses. 2514.
Cheval Valiant for Paul. First out, first home in the 5th. Horse number 2. Sunbird Handicap, race number 6, and they jump from the 1,600 metre gate for this one with Awesome Fluke, a winner of 2 of his last 3. Packing Hurricane, his best form at this stage is over further. Illuminous placed his only time in Hong Kong at 1,600. 18 carat blinkers go on once again. Turin Star Spangles had 3 trials to get ready for this. Beauty Live has placed first up, and True Genius is a couple of points off a class drop. Turin Star Spangled, Packing Hurricane, the leaders here, Paul.
Yeah, no real leader in this race. It's Turin Star Spangled, as you mentioned, really forward for this race and has had and is up in trip. Packing Hurricane can go forward. True Genius has led in the past, but for the new stable, he sort of tried to get some cover. 18 carats led over a longer trip. Beauty Live has finally got a draw. Fallon didn't go too badly in a recent trial as well.
One time talked about as being a live chance in the Derby. Fallon with his lead-up form, but he didn't quite eventuate to become the Derby champion. Here is a horse that's done a good job. Awesome Fluke running second in this trial. The horse that wins it is Victor, the winner. Full credits in the blue colours to the outside, and Mugen's in the green. Andrea Atzani and Ricky Yu.
Pushed out in the trial, but responded really nicely, did he? And he finished second, did Awesome Fluke. I think this is right at the right at his range, 1,600. He's more of an 1,800, 2,000 metres, so a little bit short for me for this horse, especially with the top weight.
And just to add to that, that's Galaxy Patch on the outside of that. His place first up has Awesome Fluke. Illuminous, 7 starts, 1 win and 3 placings. Hugh Bowman and Frankie Law from the inside gate, and that's him in the light blue sleeves. The purple and the yellow spots just easing to the outside.
Yeah, this is another one that sort of goes a lot better over a further trip. Was running over 2,000 metres and running some good races as well. So a starting point here for Illuminous, I think, has been placed over the 1,600 in the past, but prefer to see him over longer.
Well, pause on him also, Illuminous, the 1 and 4 for future campaigns. Turin Star Spangled, Zach Pert and Pierre Rung goes from the 14 to the 1,600 for the first time. And those 3 trials have just got better and better, leading up to a second here behind Sovereign Fund.
Yeah, he looks at his right trip now, doesn't he? And Sovereign Fund ran a really big, good race at a big price on Wednesday night. A good enough trial from him. I think Zach will be very positive from barrier 2, put him right on the pace, and this could be the right race for him.
There you go. So the Chestnut Turin Star Spangled gets a good wrap for Paul, and his last start was over the 1,400 behind Beauty Fit from a wider draw. Does he go straight on top of your numbers?
Yeah, I'm going to put him on top. Turin Star Spangled, I think stepping up in trip is the key for him from a low draw. I'm going to give Fallon a chance. Now, Fallon ran well in a recent trial. He looked really good at the start of last season, and as you say, went through that 4-year-old series after winning a couple of races. So maybe he just needed a break, and being fresh, he can come into this race. Beauty Live has been wide in his last few starts. He's finally got a good draw, and Packing Hurricane with the Prentice Claim, I think, can put himself on the pace as well. 8, 6, 10, 2.
He's ridden 2 4-timers at the first 2 Sha Tin meetings this season, and Paul has Zach Purton on top in race number 6 with Turin Star Spangled. Group 3 Celebration Cup is race number 7. Not a big field to run here, but Taj Dragon's a 6-time course and distance winner at the top of the book. Healthy Happy won it last year. The Golden Scenery first up is back in distance to the 1400. Chuchia Spirits won his last 2 and Wonder Kit gets a lightweight and has his first look at this company on Sunday. Healthy Happy pretty much only knows one thing, doesn't he, Paul?
Yeah, he's a bit one-dimensional, doesn't he? Go to the front and try and dictate. Wonder Kit up to the 1400 metres has got pace, but I don't think he'll want to take on Healthy Happy, All Packing Treadmill, Taj Dragon, Chuchia Spirit, Flying Ace, and the Golden Scenery. Looks pretty uncomplicated, this one. Famous last words.
Hopefully the result is as well. Chuchia Spirits won his last 2. This was first up over 1400 metres. Stays at the trip. Alexi Biddle, Manfred Man combine here. Can he go on with it?
Look, he has got a really good fresh up record, and he did win this race really nice. He's won 2 in a row now, so he's in good form. Has had some internal issues, been declared a roar in the past, but has had surgery to correct it. Did run on nicely to win this race. I just don't know if he can do it 3 in a row, second up, but he's doing everything right at the moment, so he wouldn't be surprised if he won.
And that is Chuchia Spirit. Next replay is Taj Dragon. He has to carry an extra 17 pounds. So the horse we just saw in the first replay, Vincent Ho, Pierre Rung, and has placed first up in the past, loves the trip too.
Yeah, he does. And he had a really good season last season. He's a real honest horse, Taj Dragon, drawn nicely in barrier 1. So he should get a nice enough run just back on the inside. And he has got a good sprint on him. So, look, I've got him on a minor line. He has been placed fresh up in the past.
He'll be in the 4-wheel Taj Dragon. We move on to the next trial. This is Healthy Happy, who won it last year. Also ran second in this race 2 years ago. And the Golden Scenery sat wide. He's got an 8 next to his name, but he wasn't asked to do too much. He's up on the outside of one Voyage Bubble right there.
Yeah, I don't mind the Golden Scenery. He sort of had a flat patch a season ago, and then he's sort of had a good season last season, did win fresh up. Wouldn't be surprised to see him go well fresh once again. And Happy, he just saves himself for race day. His trials in the past haven't been flash, and that's another one that, you look at that and you think, oh, well. But then he'll come out on race day and he puts it all together and did win this race last year.
And he does first up put it all together more often than not. 2-3 from 4 wins to starts is his record. Wonder Kit, we know him around Happy Valley, but he's sneaking up in the ratings now, so he's going to have to do his best to try to adapt to Sha Tin.
Hasn't won at Sha Tin. He's out of the handicap, 4 pounds out of the handicap. He's drawn nicely in barrier 3. He's got a light weight, so those 2 are positives, but look, I prefer him back at Happy Valley, 1200 metres, not Sha Tin 14 for me. He
does have an apprentice on that morning. However, will only carry 116 pounds on race day. So that's the 7th, the Celebration Cup. Who are you celebrating?
Golden Scenery. Hopefully there is a bit of Golden Scenery there. So the Golden Scenery on top, Healthy Happy in there for second, Taj Dragon. And Flying Ace has been placed second up in the past, and he sort of did make some ground late in his last start. 5-3-1-2.
Golden 60 up between races 5 and 6. The Golden Scenery up for race number 7. Takes home a group race for Paul. Swallow Handicap is race number 8, and this race is over the 1400 metres, and it is a Class 4. California Deeply's won second up. First Love has the tongue tie going on for the first time. We've got All Riches, a likely leader. Majestic Speed wears cheek pieces. Mastermind blinkers off, and cheek pieces go on. Beer Palace blinkers off, tongue tie off. Pacifiers go on. Ragnar wears a hood, Mufafa is minus the hood, and Fortune Cookies has the blinkers and the tongue tie coming off there. All Riches and Mufafa with All Riches, knows one speed. Normally that's straight to the front.
Yeah, normally leads. And the Mufafa is drawn wide, come across. Highland Rahi can come across with him. Ballistic Wind should get his opportunity. Mastermind might be just a place closer than he was last time. California Deeply, when he over the 14, he normally goes forward, but there is a bit of pace underneath him.
And here he is in our first replay, California Deeply. This was a 5th when he resumed over the 1200 metres on a rain-affected track. Carried 135. He'll get a small claim this week. Tony Cruz putting Angus Chung on board.
Yeah, and has won second up in the past. Just the 2-time winner is California Deeply, both those being at Happy Valley. Sha Tin again, little question mark. 1,400 metres, he's always looked like 1,400 would be his go, wouldn't it? But he's yet to win over the 14. You can see him get himself in a bit of trouble there.
He did indeed, as My Wish coasts home to win that race. Next up, we've had some time for this horse in the past, Ballistic Win, who certainly improved the more he raced. Ben Thompson gets on well with him. Did you like his first up run?
I did, and he had to carry the top weight here. He just drops it a pound into 134 here for this particular race. Carried 135 last start. And under the big weight, I thought he stayed on really nicely. He's had this run under his belt, and he wasn't too far away. He sort of came off heels and finished off the race really nicely. So a good run from him, and he'll strip fitter for this run. So look, I think he can win this.
There you go, there's your winner, which means we're playing a place possibility only in this replay with Mastermind fourth. Now, Zach rode him this day. Hugh Bowman gets on board this week. Zach sticking with First Love, who he rode to victory 2 starts ago.
Yeah, so I'm going to put First Love in, but I'll put Mastermind in as well. But he has been a bit costly, this horse. He's been beaten favourite at 1.6, 3.3 in the past. A 5-start maiden, but has been placed a few times. But like Geneva, who's running on here, he sort of runs on and sort of gets you, this horse. But you wouldn't want to take a short price about him.
There's 3 of them in that race because Harold Wynn, who ran second's another one in that folder as well. And they'll be playing for placings again this week.
Well, I think Ballistic Win, we know he is a winner. He can win races. So he's on top to beat Mastermind First Love. And California Deeply will put in. He was a little bit unlucky in that last start. 3-7-2-1.
Ben Thompson, Ben O'Young to win the first leg of the late treble for Paul with Ballistic Win. Race number 9, last 2 races are outstanding events, and we start with a Class 3 over the 1,200 metres, and Wunderbar, good enough to beat Kaying Rising at his last 2. We've got Sugar, best form at Happy Valley at the moment, Young Superstar. He won on debut and then just struggled a little bit after that. Lucy in the Sky is very promising. Prawns 11's trialled up well. Storm Rider's shown ability. Captain Wins racing consistently. And Mega Bonus's best form is in Class 4. It is Mega Bonus leading, Paul, but he's going to be vulnerable down the straight.
Yeah, he will be. Lucy in the Sky goes forward. Wunderbar. What do they do with Young Superstar? Led all the way on debut, but then has dropped out of his next 2 starts. California Touch, his form has been in Happy Valley. Prawns 11's been racing nicely. He should get a nice run on the rail. Sugar, and I think Storm Rider's going to have to go back from that wide draw.
He's been off the track for a little while, had some knee surgery, did Wunderbar, but his record is very good. 5 starts, 4 wins in a second. The horse that beat him was Mugen. He's beaten Kaying Rising twice, Flying Dragon and Multi-Super to kick off his career.
If he's 90%, he should win this race, shouldn't he? Wunderbar, look, he looked really exciting last season, had that injury. Haven't seen him on the track for a while, so excited to have him back, and he'll be the shortest price of the day.
So there is a good report for Wunderbar. Lucy in the Sky's done a little wrong in a short career too. He runs 3rd in this race. Karis Teet and Me Choi had a winner at Happy Valley on Wednesday night when Happy Tango was victorious. Lucy in the Sky is up in Class 3. That was Class 5 for Happy Tango.
Yeah, look, I think this is the biggest danger, Lucy in the Sky. Looked really good last season, quite progressive as well. Drawn nicely in barrier 4, Karis Teet aboard. So, look, I expect a good run from Lucy in the Sky. The trial was good, hit the line nice enough.
He was beaten by James Tack last time, and he's a nice enough horse too. Beat Steps Ahead 2 runs ago. Here's Prawns 11 running 3rd behind Victor the winner. He ran 3rd behind Celestial Colours in his other trial. Did run 2nd, a Young Superstar 2 runs ago, and then bumped into bottom up together last time.
Yeah, look, he's a horse that has surprised. When he's popped up and won, he did surprise at a big price. Just that one-time winner, but he's run 2nd again at sort of double figures behind Young Superstar. Barrier 5 for him. He should get a nice enough run, and the stable's quite forward at the moment.
They are. Mark Newnham is that man who's already trained 4 winners to kick off this campaign. 90%, do you think he will be, and Wunderbar will salute?
I think he will. Yeah, I think Wunderbar is the one in this race. Very short though, but I think he can beat Lucy in the Sky. Storm Rider, I think you have to go back from that draw, but he'll be finishing off strongly. And Captain Win, he's found a new lease of life. He's been very consistent in his last few runs as Captain Win. So 1, 5, 8 and 9.
Wunderbar to return and win again for Paul. He's very promising. Zach Purton rides him for John Size. Sunday wraps up with race number 10, and another very good field here. It is a Class 2 and it's over the 1200 metres with Son Pak Fu at the top. Co-partner Prance has won his last 6. Bundle of Charm has the pacifiers off. Downgraders, Beauty Charge and Superb Capitalist. Young Champions won 2 from 3. Sing Dragon's found some form on the all-weather since he's been here, but he did race well on the turf in Australia, and his stablemate Full Credit has shown a ton of ability down the bottom of the book. They're going to have to chase Harmony and Bless from the front here, Paul. Full Credit gets into a good spot outside the speed.
So does co-partner Prance. He's drawn really well. Watch Buddy. Superb Capitalist has got pace, but Harmony and Bless is very speedy, this horse. Young Champion should get his opportunity. Sing Dragon now, he leads on the all-weather, but he can't lead on the turf. He just doesn't have that same pace. Son Pak Fu and Victory Moments is quite similar. He shows no pace on the turf.
Got an interview for the last. Nick talking to Sha Tin around Young Champion.
Karis, a really nice ride for you on Sunday in the last, in the shape of Young Champion, a horse that you've ridden just the once for one win. He's a pretty smart horse, isn't he?
Yes, Nick. Of course, his form showed a lot about the horse. So last season he did everything right. His last win was a good win, and looking forward to be back on him.
He's had a recent trial. How did he feel?
Yeah, he felt good. He had 2 trials. I thought that his second trial he felt better. He's improved from the first one. So I think there's still a work in process. But Mr. Size is happy for the horse to go to races, and I think he's good to go.
I guess with that in mind, he's had 190 days off the track, so he will be nice and fresh, but you'd never worry with one of John's, would you?
Yeah, Mr. Size knows what he's doing with the horse, and he thinks the horse is ready to go. So this is why he sticked him in a 1200 metre, and he could be a bit fresh still. So I think it could be a nice race for him to start his campaign this season.
It would seem, Karis, looking at his profile, obviously his wins both here and in Ireland have been 14, so there clearly is a bit to work with going forward.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, he's got bigger thing and better thing to come in future. But I also do think that a bit further would be better for him. But like you say, he's been off for a while and he's a bit fresh. So I think the 1200 metre would be just perfect.
It's a good competitive race. Co-partner Prance is obviously an absolute winning machine at the moment. You're getting £9 from him, so he looks pretty well in, doesn't he?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a really competitive race. It's going to be a good test for him too. So yeah, of course that horse stands out, winning so many 6 times in a row now. So of course he's going to be the main target, but looking forward to go out and be competitive.
Talking of winning, you were at the double here at Happy Valley in the week. That must have been pleasing.
Yeah, of course it was nice to sort of get off the mark. It's always nice to ride winners, and getting 201 night was grateful.
Karis on a Young Champion. This is Paul now. He's going to be talking about Superb Capitalist, Harmony and Blessed and Beauty Charge. Do either of these 3 figure in your numbers, Paul?
Superb Capitalist does on a minor line. He's been very consistent recently, especially when he's come to Sha Tin. I thought the third behind Kaying Rising was particularly good. He's drawn nicely and won. Has missed the start on occasions, but didn't on that time. And this is this third behind Kaying Rising. I thought he stayed on nicely enough. So of these ones, he's the one that definitely goes in. I mean, I prefer the other horse, the leader there, Harmony and Blessed, likely leader, back at Happy Valley.
Just a bit harder to catch around the tighter turns, perhaps Harmony and Blessed. Victory Moments and co-partner Prance in this trial. Would you prefer Victory Moments on the all-weather at this stage of his career? And it's very hard, in fact, it's impossible to knock co-partner Prance.
No, 6 in a row. Just when you think he's got to his mark, he wins again. So the last couple of races there for co-partner Prance, well, the last one was at Happy Valley, but prior to that he did come to Sha Tin and win as well. I mean, he's now top of Class 2. He's up against a couple of really good smart horses that he has to give weight away to. But look, he's going so well at the moment. And Victory Moments, yeah, all weather for me for sure.
Zach Purton sticks with co-partner Prance. And finally, Full Credit really adds to this race too, because he's lightly raced, having had the 6 starts. He's won 3 of them. They've been 3 of his last 4, second on a yielding track. He's beat Polaris and Lady's Choice at his last 2. Up in grade, harder, but he can't have done too much more.
Yeah, and look, he won on a good to firm track last time as well. A little bit of an awkward drawn 8, but I think he can get across from there. He's a horse going really well at the moment, and he's one of the leading chances. There's no question. He's quite an exciting young horse, as Full Credit.
It's a very strong trial field too in that particular trial that we just saw. Last race.
Yep, last race, Young Champion. For me, I think he's a very exciting horse that can go through the grades. So he's on top to beat Full Credit, co-partner Prance and Superb Capitalist. A real good race to finish, but young champion. I'm going to make him the best of the afternoon. I think he can win this.
It'll be a great day. It's Bye-Bye Golden 60 ceremony after race number 5. There's 10 races, the first at 1 o'clock, the first 2 on the all-weather, the rest on the turf. We'll see you at Sha Tin on Sunday.